guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for following me. Today we are here in Marostica at the bonsai school, Italian Bonsai Dream, with this big Scots pine. I collected this tree 4 years ago with my partner Marco Giannini, and last spring I potted the tree in this training bonsai container. The tree grew very well, is very strong and healthy, so I'm pretty confident to give the first shape of the tree. So today we are starting this process, and I'm gonna design the tree starting from the work on the dead wood, and then using all these nice and compact branches, I'm gonna push the tree together and give the final design. Here we are in the middle of the work on the deadwood, so we start from the lower gin and we came up. Walter is still working on some of the detail of the branches. We start cleaning this big piece of wood, so the next step will be breaking down the wood and create a little bit of a shari also in this first part of the trunk to rebuild a little bit of the conicity and give a shape to this old part that was cut when we collected the tree. In the meantime, the guys are also cleaning the old middle of the tree to have all the branch nice and clean and ready for the wiring. So now using a marker, I mark the area of the shari I want to create in the front part of the trunk. So I always try to follow the natural line of the bark. So this was the part of the tree that was laying in the ground originally. So the bark here is not as nice as the bark from the side and the bark in the base of the tree. So I'm gonna cut in this area with a knife and remove the bark, and then I will start breaking down the fibra and try to recreate a natural gin. So now that the deadwood is done, we can start working at the preparation for the setting of the branches. There are some very interesting branches with the natural curve that I'm gonna keep and I wanna use to highlight some of the part of the tree. We're gonna bend some of the other part of the branches. This branch will be used for the top. We have a nice branch in this side that I'm gonna push down and use for this part, and I'm already putting tension in the main branch to bring this branch forward and build the first pad of the tree. So now we start with the raffia and we start with the protection. Now we start with the bending of the main branch. So we put a screw here and an anchor to lower down the branch, and then I'm gonna put another screw here in the front. So I'm using a clamp to pull forward and down the branch, and I have the two anchor points, one here and one in the back. So I can give tension to the branch, and the branch slowly is coming forward, and I'm gonna go and secure the tension to the screw that I just put on the branch, and Walter in the back is gonna anchor and secure that branch. I'm not putting any raffia to the branch. The branch is already bent a little bit by itself, so my plan is to have the branch down, so have some fiber in this position to stretch and the other fiber in this position. After I go down and I visually create from the front the line of my first branch, I'm going to use the finer branches coming from the back and create the main pad in this position. I don't really need to have the big branch forward. I just want to give the idea of the first branch in the back, and then the green will be in the frontal part. So we are in the phase where we start putting the structural wire to the branches to put the main branches in position. So this branch has to be twisted in this direction, so I'm going to wire the branch clockwise and push it down here, and then I'm going to do the same with the other branches that we already have prepare with the raffia and the plastic. So after pushing down the branch in the position that is gonna be, everyone is gonna wire the secondary and the fine structure to be able to set the grid. Okay, so now that we have some of the big wire, I need to clarify a little bit the situation of the structure in the lower branch. There is a lot of going on in this part, so I want to use this branch here in the front. So we have a lot of bending, so only using the raffia and the tape, I'm going to hold the bend and move this branch forward, and then I'm going to anchor probably in this elbow and shape the first branch. So Walter is going to lift this part, we're going to move all the foliage under there, and we're slowly gonna move this branch in the front. Okay, so now that this branch is in the front, we can anchor here and wire this branch in this position to create the first pad of the tree. So now the structure of the first branch is wired, so this is gonna be wired there. Now I wanna push down this branch to start creating the side. So all the primary branches are wired. We're gonna push the main branch down here, and then I'm gonna bend in the side to fill this space. This point, we was able to bend the side branch and bring the green here to start covering this side of the tree. So now we have a first branch, second branch, we have another back branch where Walter is working, and at the end we're gonna bend the apex and create the canopy in this position. So the structure is getting in position. I use this branch to create the entire left side of the tree, as you can see. And then I still have this long branch here coming from this angle that I'm gonna bring forward and use to the middle part of the trunk. You can see on the front we already have the entire left side done, and the first branch. As I said, the back branch that is in the moment is in the back. I'm gonna bring over and fill this negative space, and then we have just to take care of this bend back and in to create the top of the tree. ready for the last bend. I had a guy wire here to a gin in the back, so we start giving tension. Tutti i package. Here we are at the end of a great work. I'm pretty happy about the final result. We was able to push the tree together and highlights the movement of the trunk with the green, creating beautiful paths. I decided to cut away the top branch that was unnecessary and too much. I prefer to have this other little one to let develop and make the canopy more compact in the future, rather than have to bend this one around and then I have another bend that go against the natural one of the tree. So now the tree has just to relax. In spring we're gonna heavy fertilize and keep the tree very strong to set the structure, and then next year work a little bit more on the refinement. Thank you for following me.
Bonsai Dream.